I grew up thinking that some people were good at sports, the athletes, and others were not. I believed that having athletic skills and being active was a gift, limited to a chosen few. For the pro athletes, the superstars, the one in the millions. I doubted my skills because I didn't possess any great natural talents in sports. I did not get many opportunities outside of school for physical activity and felt behind compared to my peers. That is until I got the chance to play on a lacrosse team in middle school. This is where I learned I have greatness inside me too. Sometimes all it takes is one moment in your life to wake you up that you can do more than you ever thought was possible. My physical literacy is to stay active in a multitude of ways: biking, yoga, paddleboarding, strength training, hiking, so I can be happy, healthy, and move freely long into the future. If you're looking to get the most benefits from physical activity, it's more than just checking off 30 minutes of activity completed for the day. The Canadian 24-hour movement guidelines for children and youth recommend that we focus on supporting the whole child through a healthy balance of sweat, step, sleep, and sit. It is important that students are exposed to many different physical activity experiences. Activities should range from endurance to aerobic to help with muscular and cardiovascular health. Structured and unstructured movement can be supported through daily steps and playing games. Sleep is so crucial to everyone's health. It is important as a teacher to not just teach their students about this, but also take in their students' workload into account. Admittedly, technology is a huge part of most people's lives, but limiting time spent on these devices will be beneficial to one's health. Students who participate in a healthy, supportive physical education program will have more self-confidence, motivation, and endurance. Active bodies are needed for active minds. The ABCDs of the physical education program in the POS are activity, benefits health, cooperation, doing it daily for life. This can look like being exposed to many different ways to stay active, understanding and experiencing the healthy benefits from physical activity, positive interactions and working together, and taking responsibility for daily activity for life. Students want to feel like they can be great at what they do. And as a teacher, I want to support my students by showing a willingness to try new things even if I fail. It's important that I model a growth mindset and not just preach about how it can work. I think it's a great way for students to see that we should always embrace new challenges, value effort, be determined, and never stop learning. Inspiring and engaging students starts by considering students' past experiences, especially when it comes to encouraging physical activity, and scaffolding to push them even further. Physical movement should happen every day in every class. Standing up and having students walk to someone across the class in a discussion is an easy way to add to the 24-hour movement guidelines of limiting extended sitting time. Movement breaks are a great way to transition from one task to the next, having students shake it out. I believe that there should be an allotted time for students to have PE every day, but if this isn't the case, PE should be integrated. A science class can ride bikes to the wetlands, an art class can go for a walk to draw outside, a math class could make predictions on how long it could take to run the soccer field, and then make an equation from the prediction in the real time. There are many ways to incorporate movement, but that's not all we should do as teachers. Eating snacks and lunches with students can help model healthy eating habits and provide time to connect with students. Drinking water throughout the day and reminding students to have drink breaks during appropriate times can help support an overall outlook of health and not just one aspect. I hope that my students feel safe and supported so they can approach challenges with the confidence to believe they can accomplish great things. I know that if my students have the right attitudes to physical activity, they will be more likely to become lifelong participants in daily physical activity. And as a teacher who takes being outside and spending my time being physically active, I'd love to be able to pass on this great feeling to my students, the confidence and happiness that they can also too feel. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you got to learn a little more about my advocacy on physical activity.